for any eve of the 4th of July. I, Paul Harvey, do herewith bequeath unto you something to remember. You may not be able to quote one line from the Declaration of Independence at this moment. Henceforth, you'll always be able to quote at least one line. It's in the last paragraph where you will recall when I remind you. It says, "We mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor." In the Pennsylvania State House that's now called Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the best men from each of the colonies sat down together. This was a very fortunate hour in our nation's history, one of those rare occasions in the lives of men when we had greatness to spare. These were men of means, well-educated. 24 were lawyers and jurists. 9 were farmers, owners of large plantations. On June 11, a committee sat down to draw up a Declaration of Independence. We were going to tell the British fatherland, no more rule by redcoats. Below the dam of ruthless foreign rule, the stream of freedom was running shallow and muddy. And we were going to light a fuse to dynamite that dam. This pact, as Burke later put it, was a partnership between the living and the dead and the yet unborn. There was no bigotry, there was no demagoguery in this group. All had shared hardship. Jefferson finished a draft of the document in 17 days. Congress adopted it in July, and so much is familiar history. But now, King George III had denounced all rebels in America as traitors. Punishment for treason was hanging. The names now so familiar to you from the several signatures on that Declaration of Independence, the names were kept secret for 6 months, for each knew the full meaning of that magnificent last paragraph in which his signature pledged his life, his fortune, and his sacred honor. 56 men placed their names beneath. Now, the rest of the story.
We made USAA for homeowners who like being ready. That's why we have safety tips for things like fires.
But for any Eve, Jr., who signed that pledge, was a third-generation rice grower, aristocrat, large plantation owner. After he signed, his health failed. His wife and he set out for France to regain his failing health. Their ship never got to France, was never heard from again. Thomas McKean of Delaware was so harassed by the enemy that he was forced to move his family 5 times in 5 months. He served in Congress without pay, his family in poverty and in hiding. Vandals looted the properties of Ellery and Clymer and Hall and Gwinnett and Walton and Hayward and Rutledge and Middleton. Thomas Nelson, Jr. of Virginia raised $2 million on his own signature to provision our allies, the French fleet. After the war, he personally paid back the loans, wiped out his entire estate, and he was never reimbursed by his government. In the final battle for Yorktown, he, Nelson, urged General Washington to fire on his, Nelson's, own home, which was occupied by Cornwallis. It was destroyed. Thomas Nelson, Jr. had pledged his life, his fortune, and his sacred honor. The Hessians seized the home of Francis Hopkinson of New Jersey. Francis Lewis had his home and everything destroyed, his wife imprisoned. She died within a few months. Richard Stockton, who signed that declaration, was captured, mistreated, his health broken to the extent that he died at 51. His estate was pillaged. Thomas Hayward, Jr. was captured when Charleston fell. John Hart was driven from his wife's bedside while she was dying. Their 13 children fled in all directions for their lives. His fields and grist mill were laid waste. For more than a year, he lived. Now, the rest of the story. But for any eve of the 4th of July, one terrible night of the war, here he lived in forests and caves and returned home after the war to find his wife dead, his children gone, his properties gone, and he died a few weeks later of exhaustion and a broken heart. Lewis Norris saw his land destroyed, his family scattered. Livingston died within a few months from the hardships of the war. John Hancock, history remembers best due to a quirk of fate rather than anything he stood for, that great sweeping signature attesting to his vanity, towers over the others, one of the wealthiest men in New England. Yet he stood outside Boston one terrible night of the war. And he said, "Burn me in Boston, though it makes gun Hancock a beggar, if the public good requires it." So he, too, lived up to the pledge. Of the 56, few were long to survive. 5 were captured by the British and tortured before they died. 12 had their homes from Rhode Island to Charleston sacked, looted, occupied by the enemy, or burned. 2 lost their sons in the army. 1 had 2 sons captured. 9 of the 56 died in the war from its hardships or from its more merciful bullet.
Therapy has always been such a scary idea to me because I simply did not know where to get started. I didn't know how to find my person. I did not know where to go until BetterHelp came in and helped me solve a lot of
I don't know what impression you had of the men who met that summer in Philadelphia. But I think it's important that we remember this about them. They were not poor men. They were not wild-eyed pirates. These were men of means. They were rich men, most of them, and had enjoyed much ease and luxury in their personal living. Not hungry men, certainly not terrorists, not irresponsible malcontents, not fanatical incendiaries. These men were prosperous men, wealthy landowners. They were substantially secure in their prosperity. They had everything to lose. But they considered liberty, and this is as much as I shall say of it. They had learned that liberty is so much more important than security, that they pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. And they fulfilled their pledge. They paid the price, and freedom was born.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
So I don't know. I'm on this Paul Harvey kick lately, so that was another Paul Harvey speech. A lot of men and women put and lost their lives on the line for us to sit here and do the things we do today. I don't think we need to have one day a year to remember the fallen people, men and women who have fought and died for our country and other countries. We should pay our respects to them every single day. After all, yeah, you might work your ass off for that car and that house you own, but it's because of the soldiers and the men and women who died in battle that you have that car and that house. Just remember that. That's on the real right there. Paul Harvey was definitely a very smart man. He had a lot of knowledge. He was full of information. And for the time that he was alive and on the radio and on the air, some of the things that he spoke about were very controversial. But he really didn't care. He kept doing what he wanted to do, and he pretty much did that until he got retired from the radio. If you haven't heard his If I Were the Devil speech, you should go watch it. It's a good one. It really is. I wonder what this one's about. Yeah, I was about to.
You're on the guest account too, though. Remember?
Huh?
Oh, he's trying.
Oh. No, I don't want him, okay? What's up, Maria? What's up, Jack Black? Sound is bad, yeah, it's bad on this end too. Yeah, it sucks over here too. What's up, all things serious? Come on up and say hi, Maria.
Oh my God, David Guthrie. He's dead now, isn't he?
I don't know. Wanna come up, Jack Black? All things serious? What's up, man? I'm all right. It's been working my ass off, but I'm all right. My back's still kind of screwed up, but it is what it is, you know. Hi,
No.
Maria.
Like my elf in a Christmas tree.
Yeah, elf in the tree.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What's up, ATS?
What's going on,
Cool.
brother? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. How are you? Yeah. Definitely been a lot less stressed out this past week.
Me too.
I bet.
Yeah. Do you know what,
I hear
right?
Martin.
I remember, right, with my dad. Can you imagine what it was like with my dad, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
And when because do you know what? I wanted for ages to just shut him out of my life, but it's really hard. It's not an easy thing to do. You know, I thought, oh my, you know, and I thought but I did it while I was under therapy. So yeah, blocked him, but it took a while, but it started to slowly feel the relief, you know. But there was a lot of guilt with my dad, but I got over that. So as long as we don't feel guilty, you know.
You
So
should never feel guilty for anything.
no, well,
Nope.
you got. I mean, you come first. That's what people say, isn't it? You know, you got to put yourself first, and if it's not helping you in any way, then you have to. What is it? Just reject or something out the way. Block them all.
Yes, block them all.
Yeah. So
Block all
you
the
know,
negativity.
yeah, it's been really good. It's been really good. It's, you know, I was quite surprised how I feel so like relief of all this. I felt I had a heavy burden on my shoulders. And now it's gone.
You
Like,
see
Yep.
how
I know what you mean.
American she sounded when she said shoulders?
I know I went shoulder, didn't I? And I thought, no, it's shoulders.
Now talk about your combine harvester.
It'll combine after. I told Martin that you was on, but no answer from Martin.
On the
Oh,
combine harvester.
and the combine harvester with the key. You need the key because the
Gotta
farmer
have
won't
the
be able.
K.
The farmer won't be able to get the combine harvester working.
That's
She
crazy.
sounded so country when she said it.
I know, right?
I
She sounded so country. She sounded like
love
she's in a
that
foreign
accent.
country.
That's how they talk down where Martin lives. That's how they talk down there. But he doesn't talk like that, Martin.
Well, that's good.
I've been doing that accent. I love that. I just love the way they talk. And then Martin just went and changed his voice. You see.
I
Yeah.
had a shitty day yesterday.
Why? What's up,
Yeah.
ATS?
So, being a content creator, you support other content creators. And I go into a friend's channel just to show some love and say hello. And she talks highly of me, right? And then one of her mods started dragging me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for no reason, accusing me of bashing another creator. And I don't do that. I don't bash other creators. So I had to go live yesterday covering that situation, posting my email address to send me receipts.
It's horrible when it gets to that. You know.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
Because
told
I
them
will
I
only
want
say it if I can
receipts.
prove only say it if you can prove it. Otherwise,
Yep,
sip it. If you can't
yep.
prove something, then just be quiet. Because if it's a
Yeah.
lie, you can't prove a lie.
Yeah.
So
If
you
So I
know,
told them,
yeah. If you ain't got the receipt, shut the fuck up. I
actually,
yep.
mean, for real. I mean, fuck.
I would never say it if I can. I would never say it unless I knew for. I would have to be 1,000% and have proof in front of my eyes to say it. You know, then put
Yeah.
someone through it if it's just a hearsay, gossip. You know, most of it's gossip and just people making up their own sort of
No,
stuff
it
they're
wasn't
going
that
on.
person, Aaron. It wasn't
All
that
right.
person.
All right.
that person is always friendly with me.
Yeah, well, that person is
I
freaked out.
know other people's feelings with that person.
Well, I got along with that person once upon a blue moon, but that person thinks I'm a creep. So you can creep my ass, all I care.
So
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
think anyone should be bashing anyone because you wouldn't like it in like your real life, would you?
Right?
Imagine
I
someone
mean,
like
fucking for
doing that in
real.
your real life.
yep.
You know,
And
they
Jack
need it's
Black,
not your fault. It's the other. You know, people. At the end of the day, there's good and bad in this world, and it's going to be the same on YouTube. And you get some right evil people, right? And I'm trying to
Oh yeah.
figure as I'm going along. I'm figuring out who's okay and who's not. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yep.
I ain't got time of day for people like that. It's not good for you. So
It's really not.
no, and
It's
it's not
really
worth it.
no, it's not.
I didn't even know how much I was in it. All of it. Oh,
I
it's
don't.
scary.
and the
ATS.
thing is, when I talk about situations, I don't mention other creators' names unless it's in a positive outlook. If it's negative and I don't like them, I'm not going to mention their name. But like I respect you, Aaron, and if you come into my chat or if you just say hi, I'll talk highly of you. Or if we have a conversation about a subject on your channel, I'll talk about it on my channel in show of support, you know. But
Yeah.
if there's a channel I don't like, I'm not going to say their name and I'm not going to talk about them because
I don't either
I yeah.
unless they say some shit about me first, and then it's fucking time to go to war. You know what I mean?
Well, so that's what I'm waiting for. That's why I said I want receipts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they could pull up a video where I bashed another creator on somebody else's panel, okay, we can conversate about it. Let's see what I said.
Yeah.
Mm,
Because
Yep.
if I'm spitting facts, if I'm talking facts, then it ain't bashing.
exactly. Truth isn't bashing or bullying.
There you go.
Nope.
It's not talking shit if it's the truth.
Exactly.
Correct.
The thing is, not many people actually want to hear the truth because truth. My dad always said the truth hurts, you know,
Yep.
Yep.
and it does. So I always try, you know, I just try my best, you know. I just think just be honest, you know. But people don't want to hear it.
Yep.
People don't want to hear what that, you know. People just don't want to hear it and won't accept a lot of stuff.
Yeah. You know,
So
I'm
And
an I'm
see,
I'm an I'm, I'm an all out honest person, and like, if you want to know something about me, ask me. I'll tell you. Just make sure you want to know the truth. You know what I mean?
exactly.
And when people start making accusations that I'm a liar or I'm a blah, dude, it gets me because like
Mm,
I hold honesty at a very high level in my life. Like it's one of the most important things to me besides breathing. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
so when somebody comes at me like that, and I don't know, it gets to me. Like I don't.
No, it's
Like
when people step over your boundaries because we all, at the end of the day, we all have boundaries, and then that's when I go in. If someone's overstepped the mark with me, I'm gonna, all I'm gonna do is call them out. You know,
Yep.
I wouldn't be mean about them. I don't need to bash people to get my point across. I can say it quite calmly, and I can say things quite nice.
and Jack,
I just stay really fucking ignorant myself.
Jack, I do have an East Coast accent. I live on the East Coast. Just so you know. And thank you for the sub up. So I believe that's where I met you is on the other channel. That's where I met Maria too, on the other channel.
Right.
So making friends all over the place. And
True.
I started, you want to know where I started? I started in the true crime community. I just never had a true crime channel.
That's why they call this shit social networking. You know what I mean? Like it only works
Yes.
if we network together and put each other out there, and I mean that's the way it works.
Yep.
And some people have a problem with that, and I don't get it.
Like, oh, they're worried about you stealing somebody's subs.
Oh, it's crazy. I'm fed up of hearing all that. For God's sake. It's like being in the school playground, I can't believe it's just children growing up but not growing up into adults. They've still got, they're not matured in their heads. Sorry, I didn't mean that spit. Oh, where'd that come from?
What? So I will tell you this. There's this one channel that I mod for. I'm a panel guest, and my channel has gotten bigger because of this channel's support for me, because they support me in who I am as a person and what I offer to the community. Okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is I give all the credit to the channel I support because
Morning, Kanan.
they've given me the platform. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
this whole thing, you're still in my subscribers. Like I didn't know I owned my subscribers. I didn't know that I could steal them. Like I thought people followed me because they liked what I had to say. I thought people I didn't know I controlled all these fucking people. So this whole you're still in subscriber. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? What's up, Change Doctor? How are you, swear? It's just ridiculous, dude. Some people get so butthurt about it.
It is.
Get the fuck out of here.
YouTube is such a huge platform that people subscribe to so many channels because they like what those channels have to offer.
Yep.
You know.
Congratulations, Jack Black Powder, on the 600 subs.
Woohoo!
Fucking awesome.
Congratulations, Jack.
Tell your mom. Tell your mom
mother.
You said hi, Martine.
Martine.
But a buddy of mine.
Hi, Martin. I was just talking about Martin.
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 Martin. Martin.
Martin.
We should just start calling him Marty.
Marty.
What's up, Marty? Marty, the boss number 3. Hell yeah. So my friend that's here, he wants me to play this, so we're gonna watch another video real quick. Gotta put it on solo layout though. I figured out that's the trick right there. So this is called Church Pew or a Bar Stool. Where would Jesus sit? Ooh, if I like it right now, I'll be the 420th like. Bam! Yes, 420. Okay, here we go. Nope.
I was once told a story by a close friend of mine who said that after a long night of drinking on a Saturday night, he woke up Sunday morning and decided for the first time in his life he wanted to go to church. So he got in his car, he drove, found the closest church he could, and walked into the back door of the service and sat down in the church pew. He said he didn't know what to expect that day, but he felt like he would at least leave there feeling like a better person, feeling a little bit of joy, feeling a little bit of love. Instead, he left there downtrodden. Instead, he left there crushed because of the judgmental looks and attitudes that came his way that day. He said, you know what, man, I think they smelled the alcohol on me. And I don't think they like that. He told me that no matter what happens to him in this life, no matter where he goes or what he does, he will never go and sit on a church pew again. Because you know what? He felt more love, he felt more accepted, and he felt more joy on a bar stool than he did in a church pew. You see, a lot of people who sit in these church pews haven't taken the time to open up the Bible that they beat over top of other people's heads. Because if they did open up that Bible, they would see a Jesus Christ that lived completely different than they do now. They would see a Jesus Christ who came into this world and hung out with drunkards, who hung out with prostitutes, who hung out with tax collectors. They would see a Jesus Christ who said, I come not to save the self-righteous, those who think they have it figured out, those religious people who sit on their high horse and act like they are better than everyone else. No, I came to save those who are in need of a physician. I came to save sinners because I love sinners. We are supposed to mirror Jesus Christ as followers of him. And in doing so, we are supposed to show love to the rest of the world. Jesus Christ said, they will know you by your love. He didn't say they'll know you by your judgmental looks, by your judgmental attitudes, by this thought process that you are enlightened and they aren't. They will not know you by your hatred. They will not know you by your condescending looks towards them or the Bible beating over their heads. He never said any of that stuff. He said they will know you by your love. Where's the love? You see, our generation can be different. Our generation can set a new standard. Our generation can say that whether we sit in a church pew or whether we sit on a bar stool, we're going to treat each other with love and respect. We don't have to make the same mistakes that those people who came before us made. No, we do not. We can show each other love. Because at the end of the day, we're all in need of love. The love of Jesus Christ came here and died for sinners. And you know where the sinners are at? The sinners are on the bar stool. The sinners are on the church pew. We are all sinners. And we are all in need of the love of Jesus Christ. There has to come a time where we stop seeing each other by the places that we sit, and we start seeing each other for the people we are. Because after all, we're just people. People in need of love.
That was Clayton Jennings who said that, so that was interesting. Oh well,
I
definitely
absent well, I mean, depending the Jesus Christ part I didn't like, but I like the whole all the other stuff.
definitely gives you a different perspective on how to look at shit. I mean, I'd rather sit on a bar stool than a church pew myself. That's where I feel most comfortable at, you know? What do you think, ATS?
I actually agreed with his statement. Now explain why. Because I have been to churches that are judgmental. And then I've been to churches that are like that dude Clayton.
Every church that I've been to, it's not many, but every church I've been to, I really did feel like I was being judged just by the way I looked or what I wore, and like nobody really wants to go anywhere to be judged by the way they look, you know? I mean, I don't judge anybody. What did you think, Maria?
Wow. I always feel uncomfortable in churches. I don't know why. There's some that make me more uncomfortable than others, as I've been in a few. But no, because I've seen because of my dad's side is Roman Catholic. So I've seen the different with the funerals for Roman Catholic and Christian. But yeah, I just, and I didn't, I mean, everyone comes in and has the sip of wine and all that, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? Because it's public, and I didn't know that with Roman Catholic. Anyone, from the church can go in there, and I just don't know. And the priest, or whatever he was looking at his watch. Can you believe that? It just put me up, and I just thought, no, I don't like it. I just don't feel comfortable in the church. Don't know. I can pray. Doesn't mean I don't believe. I don't need to go to church to know that I believe.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that, because I
You know, I
wouldn't be
like
able
that.
to keep up. I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. I'm not consistent enough in my life. Do you know what I mean?
There's a church that I would actually, if you both were near me, I would actually take you to, and you
Right.
guys would actually enjoy it because
A
they're
legend.
Yeah.
non-judgmental. They're non-judgmental. You show up, and as long as you're clean, you're not filthy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
dirty. They
Well, count me
they
in.
take in homeless people. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't. They accept how you dress. It's not like you got to show up to church in a 3-piece suit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I grew up going to this church. I never wore a tie. People don't wear tie. No, the churches where you see people wearing suits are the type of churches that don't accept you for who you are,
Right. Yeah.
in my opinion. Because not everybody can afford a suit.
Oh no. Especially these days. Gosh, everything's so expensive. I love. Oh my god, just for that, it's how much? Terrible. Everything's just doubled in price. It looks like this. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm scrambling for deals on the internet.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I look around. I will shop and shop and shop until I think, oh, that's reasonable, because some are well high. If you look it up and research that item, some places are well expensive. I think, oh, because so no, I don't always go. I have to look at many and check the reviews. Is good as well. I never used to check the reviews, and that's why I always got bad stuff. Now
Yeah.
I read the reviews. So yeah.
Yeah, I gave myself a really high fucking goal this year for Christmas for my kids. So
All
yeah,
right.
it wasn't the best of all decisions, but I'll figure it out. I'll make it work. You know what I mean?
Are you
So,
allowed to say? You're not allowed to say.
oh, I can say. So I'm gonna get them. We're gonna get them both new flat screen TVs,
Wow.
and my son's wanted the Xbox S Series 1 or whatever the hell it is for like the last 2 years, and I haven't been able to get it for him. And my daughters wanted. I can't say anything right now. Hang on, my daughter's out here.
Don't save this video.
Oh, they can't watch it anyway.
Okay, good.
You're inside by the store.
Give a huge shout out to my mom because she made me a good breakfast this morning.
Hell
Shout
yeah.
out to Mom.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Mom. I'm hungry. I want breakfast.
Yeah, she made me ham and eggs.
Ooh, I love ham and eggs.
Me too. I
I haven't had
love
ham and
eggs
eggs
and
for
ham better.
ages.
I love eggs and ham better. I like eggs and ham better than understand.
You had
I say
to.
ham and eggs. He's like, no, I
Yeah.
like eggs and ham better.
Eggs and ham.
Leave it to Aaron.
Oh yeah, we're ahead of you. Pow pow.
So My daughter's wanted a PS5 for the last 2 years.
Wow.
Well, so it's gonna be close, but I'll get there.
It will be worth it.
Yeah.
I got my youngest the gaming PC set package,
Well, nice.
and like obviously got to get a desk to go with that, but he has a chair, and like yeah, I'm already sorted. I know what I'm getting. You know, first of all, I didn't have a clue, but now I'm on a mission. Well, Shining got an early present actually. I bought her an Apple Watch, and it was meant to be for Christmas, but she had it like months ago. So I feel
You
it
know
doesn't
what you
count.
do is build him a desk.
I wish mind you, my eldest son, he passed all his carpentry and joinery. He got distinctions and all that, so he's qualified to do that. Yeah, mind you, it won't do it in time. There's no way that'd be too. I wouldn't get it in time. Be too much stress.
Hold on. It shouldn't take
Maybe
2 weeks to build a desk.
Right, I wouldn't have a clue. No
Oh,
clue.
your son that you said your son that passed?
No, my eldest son, he got distinctions and like in the
Okay.
carpentry and joinery. So, yeah, he got an award and everything at the college. So yeah, it's just that he
He
likes to
should be
take.
able to build a desk in a week.
Oh yeah, he built stuff at college. He built like a stool. He built like a workbench, ladder, window frame. Yeah. He's really good. He could do it because he's got all the
Yeah.
tools. Just the wood, isn't it? Because it'd be
Yeah, just the
wood.
wood. That's all he needs is the wood. It's cheaper than
Yeah,
buying a brand new desk.
it would be so. Yes, he needs
Talk
some.
to
He
your
needs
son
some
first.
the
Talk to your son and
motivation
see if
going
he
on.
Yeah, talk to your son and say, "Hey, would you like to build your younger brother a desk?"
Yeah, you never know. Just
Do
never
you know
know.
that would be
I
more
bought him loads.
sentimental value?
I know. I love. I know. I like the things you get from school from the children. Like it's. Yeah, I love things being done. I'm
Dude,
sure he
imagine
can. I
your
mean,
your son getting a custom-made desk from his older brother.
yeah,
That would put a smile on his face.
it would indeed. It would. Oh, I can imagine it now. You see, can imagine it. Yeah, he would be over the moon with that desk made from Ben. Yeah, I will have that conversation. Definitely.
Yeah.
Might surprise me. Might go. Yeah, that's a great idea, Mum. Oh, so never know.
you just never know.
Never know. Oh, it's not that long now. It's 2 weeks today, Christmas Day. Or was that yesterday? It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks today, I think. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Every year I panic. I think it's being a mum. I panic because
yep.
I do the mum and dads. See, so I panic.
Oh, that's tough.
I'm like,
That's tough.
oh, yeah. I go through
It's
a
hard
melt.
to be a dad.
It's things I go through a meltdown every Christmas because I have to make sure I have to plan everything, and it's like your Christmas food, your Christmas dinner. I'm going to start wrapping up the presents now and try and get ahead of myself. So yeah, I've got some presents to wrap up and I've also got to buy some more. I've got 4 children, so it's like, and 2 dogs, but I don't buy for the dogs.
So, Aaron,
Yes, sir.
did you hear about Jay-Z?
Oh yeah.
What happened to Jay-Z?
Oh, he's right
The
along there with P. Diddy.
accusations.
Yeah. Oh, he
Yeah.
was at the top anyway, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think. Definitely.
They're all a bunch of sick fucks.
Oh,
Excuse my
Just goes to
language.
show when you got money and you know, when drugs and bloody, oh, I can't fathom it all. It just like people were giving clues and everything, and it was like everything was being ignored. And when they're showing all what people were doing before, and I thought, wow, you know, they were actually trying to tell people through songs or, you know, like Eminem did. So it's because people don't, a lot of it's getting, some people just don't want to hear it because some people won't, you know, won't even imagine stuff like that goes on. And there's a lot of people like that. And you'd be shocked at how many people would just turn a blind eye. It really would. You know, I just know they would.
They're like, oh, it ain't happened to me. I ain't got nothing to worry about.
That's it. Exactly.
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
wrong, really. It's wrong, you know. Nothing will get done if no one, you know, you know, it needs to be all built up so it won't happen ever again. And like, it's terrible the things
Yeah, it's fucked up. It really is.
they live with themselves.
Yep.
I mean, how do you?
I don't know.
I don't
I
get it.
mean,
You're either something totally insane and just think you're higher than everyone, and you know, you got all this money, you're powerful, and I suppose it goes like that. And you get greedier and
Yep.
greedier and greedier. And you want more, and you want it just never, and it's just vicious circle. But what they shown they found with the like oil and that,
yeah,
there was like hundreds, weren't there? Thousands.
1,000 bottles of baby oil. Yeah,
Well, yeah, like a 60-foot bed or something like that.
yeah, something like that. He had like a 60-foot bed and shit. Like, come the fuck on, man. But yeah, it's when
Aaron.
it's all. I didn't mean to say it like that, but you know what I mean. When it's all said and done, like the list is going to be so extensive, and people are gonna. It's gonna blow people's minds the names that are on that list, dude.
Oh, I know. It's going to be shocking.
Yep.
Yep.
It's just so
It will
sad.
be.
It's just really sad.
Yep. You know, we were talking about this the other day, my buddy and I, and my wife, and a couple other friends, and like when you have access to all this money, like when you go skydiving, that rush you get from skydiving, you're only gonna get that rush like that big time rush that you're after the first time you skydive. The next time you skydive, it's not going to be as exciting. So when you got all the money at your disposal that you have, you will eventually run out of things to cause you excitement. So you're going to continually find and search out new things. And unfortunately, people are pigs. And well,
Yeah.
Yep.
they got the money to pay for it, so why the fuck not? And that's what's wrong with the world today. Really, it is. Like,
But they were bringing lorries in of like immigrants, weren't they? Like escort people or something.
oh yeah,
And like I've heard like a few lorries worth, and I think, what? I mean, I know he's got a massive. You think, bloody hell! I couldn't even imagine. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because didn't they have to hand their phone? Were they not allowed phones or anything or something? I think, you know, I would be worried too. Do bloody dodgy stuff. God, I can't see. I don't understand how not one soul said anything, or they did, or perhaps they did and just wasn't heard or ignored or threatened. I suppose they had a lot of contacts in that way as well, because he's been linked to deaths, hasn't he?
yeah.
So then there's that. So yeah, and then it gets even dodgier. Yeah,
It really does.
gosh, people don't realize how much pain they cause to. There's victims of victims, and then there's families of the victims, and it's
the list is endless.
exactly. And look how many people you've ruined.
Yep.
Physically, emotionally, you've just ruined them. And that's a lot of therapy, isn't it? To even
It is.
It is. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I hope they do get the I hope they all do get the therapy they need.
Me too.
Mind you, a lot of the victims are now grown up, aren't they? As well.
Yeah. See, like me, I've been seeing a psychiatrist and a psychologist for the last 7 years, and
Yeah.
like I started seeing my counselor 3 days a week, a psychiatrist once a week, a psychologist once a week, and like that's some work, you know what I mean? And
I know. Yeah.
I still have major fucking issues with what happened to me, man.
Well, who wouldn't know?
You know, I mean,
it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean,
like a lot.
I will tell you this. When did you start going to therapy, Aaron?
Like 7 years ago.
Okay, I started 13 years ago. Okay. You know, I will tell you this. The more you talk about it in therapy, talk therapy and stuff like that, the better it gets, not the easier, but the better it gets. I will tell you that.
Well, I won't say that it's gotten easier. It's definitely gotten.
see, talking helped for me, but it wasn't. It always felt a short-term solution.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. I had EMDR, fantastic, and
It's definitely
I've had
made
many
it
counsellors
clearer.
talk. I've had many talking therapies, but they
Yeah.
only helped me at that time. It never, and then it would come back.
What
It
you got to
wasn't.
do is what I did, not what you got to do. What I did, okay, is I was taken advantage of by a biker, okay? So I used to blame all bikers,
Yeah.
right? I hated bikers. I hated motorcycles. I hated everything. And then I'm in therapy, right? And I'm talking to my therapist and telling my therapist this.
Yeah.
And she said her exact words were, it was an individual.
Right.
It wasn't an entire community. It was an individual. And that kind of opened my eyes a little bit. So I started hanging around bikers. And then I met BACA, Bikers Against Child Abuse. I met them. And I'm like, okay, all right. So it's just that individual. And then one day I went out and bought a motorcycle and got it running and started riding. And it's opened my world to a whole bunch of things, because I eliminated everything to that individual.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. When I came back to Florida, I went to that trailer park to see if that dude still lived there.
Right.
He no longer lives there. But I came back to Florida when I was 23. When I came back to Florida, this is 20 years ago, I went to that trailer park looking for him. And who knows what I would have done if he would have been there.
Well, it's probably fake. Maybe he wasn't. I mean, you would have got. You don't know what would have happened, do you? How it would have ended or stuff like that.
How much
But
it's like the death penalty, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Like 15 years up to the death penalty.
In some places, yeah. But some other countries don't even recognize it as child sexual abuse. You know what I mean?
oh, I know.
Nope. Did you hear what they did in I can't remember if it was Iraq or Iran or North Korea. I can't remember which one.
To
They
9?
made marriage 9 years old.
What?
9 years old? Yep.
Where?
9 years old. 9 years
It
old.
hasn't been finalized, but that's what they're pushing for.
Where's this?
In
Hold on, I'll
Afghanistan.
tell
I
you.
believe.
Let's see how. What are they on? What planet are they on?
Well, you look at the Muslim religion.
God. 9? Bloody hell. Fake. No way.
Muhammad.
Is that going to make, was that law?
Iraq.
Right. Oh my God.
Yep,
That's
Iraq.
awful. They've got something wrong with their heads over there. God. So, what's,
Yep.
Oh, I'm just flabbergasted by that. I mean, I know I'm not, I know things happen, but God, but to set up a law, but just, put something through, whatever, like a government something, it's ridiculous.
Yep.
God sake. They're obviously predators themselves, aren't they, the people that do this? Surely. I mean, is there what is this, or are they trying to
This is
say
what
it's
it
really?
says. This was back in August. Iraq new draft bill allow girls as young as 9 years old to get married.
That's terrible. Oh, what's that? Wow.
It must pass one of 3 stages. Proposed legislation must pass before it is put to vote.
But then but it's not this is right. So then you've got a 9-year-old girl, right, living at home, right? So you're telling me that 9-year-old girl can be taken out of that home to marry with a total stranger and they do what they want to her? Is it arranged? Does the girl have a say?
No. In most cases, it's arranged.
Oh my!
Because there's money involved.
Oh, it had to be. I'm telling you what, I'm fed up with these greedy people that do this. But I mean, there's greedy and there's just outrageous greed where they have no empathy or care, or they will just do literally anything for money at the expense of a child. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I can't. That like pregnant.
Yeah.
It's a girl's body can't deal with that. You can't.
I will tell you this. I don't know if it was Afghanistan or Iraq, but in those countries, I can't remember which one, but I heard stories from soldiers that child abuse is real over there. And they had witnessed it, but they couldn't do nothing about it because it was on that country's territory and they allow it.
They don't believe in social services then.
So
God,
one of the soldiers that I talked to wanted to take the guy out in the back and get rid of him, but he was a general.
Right.
Not an American general, but over there in that country, general.
FvK, yeah.
High-ranking official. Yeah.
Sickening.
Oh, it
God, no
is.
wonder they want to, you know, God, I wouldn't want to, I would run away. God, if I was 9 and oh my God, can you imagine a 9-year-old girl marrying, it's like marrying, oh, that's terrible. Ugh. That's just, no, I'd run away. You know, I wouldn't be doing no arranged, well, I wouldn't be allowing an arranged marriage for my daughter, for sure. You know, why would you even, oh, I know there's, oh, money, of course, I forgot. God. Oh, they all need stringing up, whatever. Where's this island? We're gonna take. We're like gonna take everyone to an island. I tell you what. If I had, billions, I'd go in and take them all out. Take you all out. Push.
Yeah,
And
we
take,
need to
you know,
put these sick bastards on an
rescue
island all to
all
themselves.
the girls. Yeah, have to have a bomb-proof helicopter or something. Going away with the fairies again now. Oh, I think it's
Take the men.
ridiculous and it's
Take the
horrible.
men.
That's just really. I hate things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine a girl being that so young and falling pregnant. It's
What I
just
would do.
terrible.
What I would do
I think
is.
my internet's going funny.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would do is I would find an island, and any man that violates a child, give
I'm
him a
just still
vasectomy,
shocked. God, I wonder
and
how
then
many
put him
work.
on
countries.
that island.
It just
Right?
makes them more violent.
Huh?
Oh,
It just makes them more violent.
Hold on.
eh?
Let me finish. And then the women who violate children, make them to where they cannot have children anymore, and
But
then
for
put
most of
them on
them,
the
it's not
same
about having.
island. Huh?
But for most of them, it's not about having children. It's not even. For a lot of them, it's not even about having that. It's not even about having intercourse like that. It's about the control. It's about the manipulation. It's about the.
Yes.
So
And then you
What,
put
to
them on
have
that
them
same
grown up
island
and
and make them fend for themselves. Because here in the States, they get, if you harass somebody who is registered, you could get arrested for a hate crime.
Yep.
well, I know it's scandalous. I mean, I know
Which is
we aren't the
BS.
law. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I know they, you know, we would all want to get, you know, I mean, I'm all for people wanting to get revenge, but then you got to think you could get into trouble as well, you know, and like you imagine if you go to jail and that person's on the outside and you're the inside because you've done something, they're walking around and, you know, oh, I couldn't take that. I just
Yeah, it
wouldn't.
definitely makes it difficult to do shit.
Yeah, there's plenty I wanted to do to certain, you know,
Yep.
I know what that's like to, you know, do anything, especially for your children, you know, just do anything for them. But then I've also got a thing, I don't want to be put away and have, and then I'm not being able to protect them, do you know,
Yep.
because I'm the only one. So I got to, you know, I got to just think, I got to think more carefully on things now.
Right.
Yeah, I was an irate. I can't. I mean, many years ago, I was quite an irate. Yeah, my dad made me an irate person. But yeah, I don't know. I just grew out of it. You couldn't help being around my dad though, because you just couldn't help it. He would make a saint swear. My dad.
Yeah, my I got to next couple of months. I got to take a 3-hour road trip so my mom can see her brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. It's a nice
So
thing, yeah.
I'm waiting. I got a car that I'm buying that'll take the road trip, the 3-hour road trip.
How
I
long has it
love
been?
driving.
How long has it been since you've seen your mom?
No, my mom lives with me.
Oh,
I'm taking my mom to go see her brother.
oh, okay. How long has it been since they've seen each other?
Oh man, 30 years.
Wow.
Oh,
Gosh, don't time go fast. Yeah, I'd honestly,
yeah, that's no.
I just think my days, weeks, months go so fast. I think, what have I done this year? Absolutely nothing. That's what it feels like.
They stay in
What?
contact. They talk to each other, but they haven't
Yeah,
seen each other in a very long time. So,
that's going
Well,
to
that's
be
and
crazy.
I'm the
emotional.
black sheep of the family. I'm the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm the invisible
And
sheep
my
of the family.
I'm
so
definitely the outcast.
black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, yes, sir. 3 bags full. One for nobody.
That's me.
Yep.
That's me. I'm
I
perfectly
can't
happy
wait for
to see
Christmas.
nobody.
All right, so let me correct that because on my dad's side of the family, I'm not black sheep. So I could give 1 bag to my uncle,
Right.
and I could give a half a bag to my aunt, not a full bag.
That's fair enough.
Well, I'm fucking keeping all mine. How about that shit?
I'll give you the other bag and a half, Aaron. I'll help you out.
Yeah, I'm not a big wool fan. I'm good. It's itchy and
You
scratchy.
can knit yourself an entire winter coat,
I don't need one.
and then you'll be a Viking.
I already am.
Oh, I haven't got a jacket, but
How
I
tall
thought
are
I
you,
might.
Aaron?
None of your fucking business.
He's the youngest, though.
He's gonna be like 5'5". There I go.
Bye, ATS. See, around here, I got all the power in the world there, ATS. See how that works?
As soon as as soon as I said that, I was like, there I go, getting kicked off the panel.
And you know what? God damn it! You better give me that credit. You better give me credit for that other fucking inch you left out there, asshole. It's fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. You're lucky you're clear over in Florida. You know, you'd have a problem on your hands. I'm about to tell my wife on you.
They do say dynamite comes in small packages.
Yeah, well, guess what? My wife's even smaller than me, so you'd be totally screwed. I tell my wife on everybody. I tell my wife on everybody, or however that works. I
You
tell on
send your
everybody.
wife on everybody.
My wife handles my shit without even me even knowing it.
Yes, I do.
He went after a dog for me once with a tire iron. You know that?
Oh my word!
This dog was gonna fucking eat me.
That's the way to go.
Fuck yeah, my wife's my knight in shining armor.
Yeah, I'm my own shiny. I'm my own shiny knight in armor. I took on. I didn't actually know he had hammers in his hand though. But this man, he had a problem with me. I thought he was an idiot. And then like he came after me. I didn't really. He had a hammer in each hand, right? And I didn't even see, right? And he's going, I'm gonna set your car alight. And I'm thinking, oh my god. He said, you know who I am? I said, I don't give a monkey's who you are. I said, you're gonna do something then? Do it then, because there's plenty of people around and cameras around. He walked away from me. I went
Yes.
after him. Don't walk away from me. Oh my god! Like my daughter rang the police because I was on a mission. I thought, don't you even gonna say that about me? Do you understand? Don't threaten to put my house on fire, pal, because you're gonna have it,
Yeah,
right?
pal.
Ow.
Yeah, pal. God. They come up to my back gate threatening me. And what, you
Dude,
think you're going to walk away and me not have a problem with that?
they've been
Now
shot by his
I
truck
gotta get a
too.
passport. I gotta get a passport now. I gotta go see Maria, and I have to go handle this dude now. I'm gonna have to go and
He got evicted. They evicted him, right? There was 90 complaints that day, right? And
You
you know
said he
what?
got a
Because
Jeep
he
there,
had hammers, it was classed as a weapon. So they shut the bloody streets down, right? And I had a knock on the door. It's bloody police with guns and a massive taser. I run away. I run into the front room. This is police at the door. They got massive guns. And like, yeah, they got, yeah, because it was just classed as a weapon. And like my son, my second eldest, he didn't know what happened. And I sort of told him, right, and we weren't allowed to leave the house. But then my son Daniel, he snuck out. He got out. He got over the gate. And then next minute, this policewoman has come to the door. She said, I've just had to rescue this one. He's in the middle of about 20 people. And Daniel's going, I just wanted to know what was going on. I think I have a right to know, right? And the policewoman, she literally pushed him upstairs, right? And then when they came out, the police said again, I said about that woman, and they said she left the police force. It wasn't up. She felt it wasn't up, it wasn't her job. Daniel he's a handful, my second eldest. I bet she was worn out when she got in with Daniel. He's a strong boy. He does boxing. He's quite strong. So yeah, it's like it was fun. Well, I thought it was funny, but he could have got hurt though. So, but he can't. And I thought, well, I can't talk. I've just chased the man with the bloody hammers in his hands. You know, and like we're really like I'm quite strong on justice. Do you know what I mean? I ain't done nothing to this man. And I don't even know what his problem was, but he would like get the kid when I used to go out of like here and like out the estate thing, he would put a bike in the road, and like I'm not going to run over a bike, you know. Like it was just silly. He was just an idiot. And apparently, he was just an idiot to everyone. So, but yeah, he got evicted. Thank God. So no more trouble.
That's good.
Yeah, it is good. I'm really happy because I was doing my head in. Do you know what I mean? Because I knew they were so wrong, and that was all in front of their children, little children. This, I said, should we all give you a clap for like Parents of the Year here? I would give a clap because she was
I
over
was
right.
muted the whole time. I was responding to you, and I looked down. I'm like, nobody's hearing me, and it's muted. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm gonna get a passport. I'm gonna fly to wherever you're at and go handle this dude. You know,
he's an
he wants to
idiot.
come at you with hammers. I'll bring him Thor's hammers, and we'll see what
Yep,
happens.
yep. I'm 4. Yes, 4. We need that. I need the 4 hammer. Yeah, donk, bang him into the ground. Donk, 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 donk.
I went after somebody with a hammer and a screwdriver before. Those are my favorite weapons. And like, if I was going to go in a battle and I got to pick from all these different weapons, I'd pick a hammer and a screwdriver.
Yeah, good.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy is I used to own a
I suppose if
broadsword,
you had
right?
to, I mean, I suppose if
I
you,
had a
I mean, I've
real
got a self-defense aluminium. Ooh,
I had a real
I have a couple of
broadsword,
baseball bats.
Fuck yeah.
and it's a two-handed broadsword. You need two hands. Well, I'm out in the field and I'm
Wow.
using one hand with my sword, right? And a cop pulls up, right? And he's like, "Is that a real sword?" I said, "Yeah." I'm like, "You want to check it out?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Be careful though, it'll
Really?
drop it." So I hand the cop the sword, right? I'm like, "Use two hands." And he grabs it and he's like, "Oh my God, this is heavy." I'm like, "Yeah, be careful with it. It's sharp." He's like, "Why are
Oh,
you out here practicing with it?" I said, "Because you never know the situation I might get into."
Amen to that.
I said, "I don't have a gun,
yeah,
but I have my sword."
yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
deadly,
Yes,
Yes, I
I
am.
I
very
love
deadly.
I love katanas myself. I love katanas.
Mm.
Those are lighter. Those are easier to swing around and play with.
We're
You just
allowed
got
to
to be
have.
very careful.
We're allowed to have like ornaments with knives, but we wouldn't be allowed to use them. I
So
don't.
where
I
you
think
live,
we.
you can't even protect yourself from an intruder.
No, I only have baseball bats.
I take a Louisville Slugger to him all day.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'll
gonna
stick
need.
nails in them so there's spikes on them. So if an intruder
Yeah, isn't
comes in,
it?
they're getting nailed up.
It's your own fault. What do you think? Yeah, isn't it? Oh yeah, I think. I mean, I think sometimes I just, I don't know why. Sometimes I have to. I think of these situations because I think, how would you, because you have to be quite fierce to. I'm quite a fierce mum, really. At the end, I'm. If you, I know how to handle myself. So, and if I sense danger, and I also know, I also would feel sense if I didn't feel comfortable, then I probably wouldn't have done it.
Right.
But I felt confident enough to go out after that bloke. Because like I would have just taken a swift kick in between his legs before he even had a chance to swing,
Oh, yeah.
Nut shot, nut shot.
and that
You're
all of
not
it.
having any more kids.
Yeah, my dad
I'm
taught me
gonna
well.
kick those babies up inside you.
My dad had this chart on the wall, right? And it was all the deadly pressure points that could kill you. He was a what, seventh dan in black belt karate. Well, I can't remember his son. He's quite high up, so he knows how to look after himself. Even he would know how
I
to dismantle you. I don't know
I
about a
did
big massive sword though. I
I
don't know,
did
but
I did Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I was
all
an
right.
amateur boxer. I was an amateur boxer for 3 years.
Yeah, my second eldest,
I got
he
7
does. He just
amateur fights under my belt.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right, isn't it? It's good. You can sell long as, I mean, I just think long as you can, I know you're not allowed to use it, but you are, I suppose, in self. If it comes down to it, you're going to use it.
If they come
You
through my
know
front door, I'm using it all day.
exactly. I mean, I do have cameras, but I mean, after that I installed cameras. I must admit, when he said about he's going to ask them my, to satellite my car and that, I put cameras up, and you know what, right? Before I put the camera up, I went out in the car, right, and all of a sudden the tires were sort of like playing up. They just went. There'd been 6-inch nails put into each tire of my car, and I knew it was them. I know it was them.
Wow.
And that's before I got the camera put up. I had the camera, but I was waiting for someone to put it up. I thought, oh, I know it was you, but I couldn't prove it. Bloody, it was just, you know, that's what you get for, that's like a payback thing, obviously, to them. Hope it made them feel a lot better. Oh, I went
So
back.
are
I
you
would
in the
feel really
UK?
guilty.
Are you in the UK?
I am in the UK. I
So
am.
I have friends that live in the UK, like Liverpool and stuff like that.
All right, yeah.
And they are telling me how bad the knife incidents are getting.
It's the night. Yeah, obviously we don't. There's not. I mean, you don't really hear of guns, but obviously knives are more available because you can get knives basically anywhere. But they do a knife. They do. I think they call it a knife. Is it Travis? A knife something. They do something once in a while where you can hand your knives in anonymously, I think, into this bin, and they do actually. I think it might be parents or friends get their, and they hand in the knives and the swords. But yeah, it's the knife it's the knife crimes, definitely. I mean, not. I'm in a little seaside resort town. So I'm nowhere near a big city, but I know it. It's big cities. It's a problem.
Yep.
Like London, yeah, Liverpool's, and like you hear it, and I can. Oh, knives frighten me. If someone come out with me with a bloody knife, I'd do my best.
Hmm.
I do the best I bloody could. Do you know what I mean? If I even have to do a high yard kick or something, do you know what I mean? It's just like,
Hey, yeah.
Pull
but
pull
my
pull
dad
out the
always said,
Louisville. Pull out the baseball bat.
well, my dad always said, right, if someone's coming up to you to say hit you or something, right? He said, just give it. He said, wait till they're near you, and then just go like that, right? He said, their guard, they will instantly relax. They won't be so, they won't be so het up because you would have stopped them in their tracks by shouting at them, then punch them. He said
Punch him right in the throat. Throat
he
punch
was a
him.
street fighter too, though. So. Yeah, yeah.
Throat
My dad could
punch.
look after himself, whatever.
Hmm.
Whether it's karate or not, he could always look after himself. He was a bit of a thug, but
She's like, my dad was a thug. He was gangster.
he ru- he got caught. He got caught robbing a safe with his brother. Caught in the act, coming down the stairs with a safe. Idiots, didn't they? Didn't
Oh
plan
my
that very
God.
well. Yeah, went 3 years in prison. And I thought, well,
Is he still
there you
alive?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't talk to him no more. I've blocked him because he's a nightmare. He does my mental health. He actually causes mental health problems for me.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Well, his
I'm sorry.
offspring, my half brother, his my half brother carjacked me in 2013. His offspring.
I'm I'm sorry.
But no, no, I don't know. I'm all right. I had therapy for a year.
But it's
it's
still
I
tough. It's your own blood, and they do that to you.
that's what I said. I found it hard, but as I was going, because I knew I had to make a decision because they were really just they would lie on me. It's like they wanted to have my kids taken away from me. They would say I'm doing cocaine. They would say I'm doing. They, honest to God, they were. He was horrible. I don't know what was his problem was, but I think it was jealousy because I paid for everything myself in my house. I've always had my own back. My dad's never given me nothing. I've done it all myself, right? And I'm proud of it. And I'm not, and then he did come in. Well, my husband let him in at one time, and I didn't want him in my life. And he would like swear in front of the children, talk to them like anything. And I thought, hmm. So when I got rid of the husband, I thought, I'm doing them both at the same time. So you're out, my dad's blocked. See you later. Don't come because you're not welcome. Yeah, and I'm a lot happier.
Yeah.
When
Well, you can come along if you want, but it's going to be your last mistake you make. Yeah. No.
What's that?
Never mind.
Oh, I missed everything, you know. No, but when the day my husband left, right, my youngest I was in the kitchen, he's in the front room, right? And I thought, what's that noise? He's actually singing in the front room and he's never sung before. He's autistic and he was singing.
Wow.
If that don't tell you something, then I don't know. He's never
He's
never.
happier.
Yeah, so was I. But the thing is, because he was very controlling, I never lifted a finger. Right, I already had two boys from like previous partner. Right, so he thought, because he was 13 years older than me, he never thought he'd be a dad. So when I fell pregnant, he wanted to do everything nappy. At first, I thought this is great. He wants to do the night feeds, the nappies, and I can sleep, right? Because it's hard work, you know. You're quite tired. And then he said, "Well, you've got two children," but then it got to he did everything: take them to school, do the dinner, housework, ironing, the lot. If I went to get up and something, if I went upstairs to try and do something, I've made you a cup of tea, right? I go, okay. And then he'd demand me downstairs because he's made a tea. He wanted me where he could see me. And it took me a long time to work that out and work out where this is not going right, you know? So yeah, he had to, that took a long time. It's not easy. I mean, I'm not going to say it's easy because it was bloody hard. I had about 6 attempts of trying to split up with my husband, you know, even more maybe. But my daughter would always run after him. He'd get drunk and it would be, he'd just use the daughter against it all, you know. So, yeah, but I had to make a promise to myself, if you do this again, I'm gonna leave. We're gonna be over, and I knew it wouldn't take long. And yeah, he did. He ended up whacking the woman next door around the face because her son told him not to talk to me like that. He marched round, went into her garden and slapped it, but she had about 7 teenagers in her house, right? They've all come out bloody trying to beat the hell out of him, right? I'm thinking, no, I'm not having no violence. I won't have fighting. Do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, no. I jumped in the middle of it and I said, well, I was shouting out for someone to come and help me because no matter what, there's no way you're doing this, because my daughter was there, you know. So people did come and help me, and that was the end. So yeah, I come a long way. I lost. It was really hard because like where I hadn't done anything, I had to reprogram. It's like I had to reprogram because what I did, because he always was in charge of the dinner. I know, you know, he bought my clothes. I wasn't allowed makeup. He got my prescription. He went to the shop. He literally did everything. Yeah, and I think, yeah, so it seems really weird now to talk about it because you think it's easy to walk away from that, but it's not. When they're when there's a lot of domestic abuse going on, it ain't that easy, you know.
No,
So, and
it's
there's a lot,
not,
no, and there's a lot of
because they
controlling with
make you feel a certain way.
he said, you'll never survive without me. Now I know why he did everything he did, right? To the point where he had
Manipulation.
yeah, it was, right? To the point we had social services involved, right? This is how bad it was. They said if it weren't for him, this would be a different situation with the children. I'm thinking, are you having a laugh with me? And I'm thinking, people need to know what's happening now. And then I started to wise up. I thought, no, because he's just, everyone thought he was great. Oh, it's so great to have someone that does the housework, the ironing, cooking the dinner. I would love to have someone like that. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't want this one. Trust me. It's all a front. Okay. He just wants to, he's extremely jealous, obviously, and no, yeah, I remember my second out because no one got. I said it's like we were all walking on eggshells, the whole of the family. No one sort of escaped anything any different, and it was hard for my elder too, because they see it. So it's like, why didn't I get rid of him earlier? So it's been hard to like try and explain and try and get it through to them because they knew what it was like here. So. And I knew it was the best thing for him to go, but then I had to work on my family for it. God, it took me ages. My son was cooking dinner. My eldest took over the role of cooking dinner because I was walking around like a headless chicken. What do I do? What am I going to do? What do I do? What do I? It was terrible. But yeah, I've come along, so now I do my own wash, he did the washing. Honest to God, I didn't do anything. You could ask my daughter. Didn't do anything. He wouldn't let me lift a finger. And I was with him for 14 years. So yeah, it took a while. It's been 3.5 years now. He's gone. He's left. So yeah, I'm very happy.
You should be.
I am very. It was hard. Look, it took weeks for him to leave. I'm not going to deny it was all. The council tried to like say, he can stay there. You're married. I said no. My name's on the tenancy only. All right, let's get it right now. I'm on this tenancy, not my husband. It was me, only me. It's been me all my life. It's only been me on my tenancy. I've never allowed anyone on it. I'm not silly, He did ask. I went, yeah, right then, and I never did it. He just, he wouldn't know. I said, you're never going to know if you're not on it. Well, because if I'm going to need my name on their own, I couldn't imagine if I put his name on it. Oh my God, it might have been a different story. So yeah. Very, very happy. And I'm actually feeling good about this Christmas, the first Christmas was rubbish. No one, it was just, it wasn't, it just was rubbish because, and I'm hoping this Christmas, I'm hoping each Christmas will be more joy for him. And that's why I spoil them at Christmas. So, and like, ta-da! Mummy Christmas has done all this and wrapped it up and everything. I deliver it because I'm Mummy Christmas.
Yeah, so, I don't give credit to some old dude.
No, I want the bloody credit. Do you know how much I spend?
Yep, I want the fucking credit.
God, yeah. Father Christmas got gaming PC, not me. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Scandalous. Yeah, no way. But I mean, when I was with my husband, I mean, I feel like I was the one that I paid all the bills. I helped it. I did all the Christmas presents still myself, but the only thing was I was putting Dad on it, but it was me, and he said, oh, I said, look, we're in this together. It doesn't matter who buys, I was like, oh, it doesn't matter who buys what, it's. And then when he left, I said, you do know I bought all those presents.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what come over me. I always bought those presents because the thing is, a lot of the presents he didn't approve of because there's presents he said, don't you dare buy them, right? Shane wanted the Heelys and he said there were nothing but accident prone on them. So I got her Heelys for her birthday. She was so happy. And then the thing is, I'm responsible as a parent She wasn't allowed on these Heelys until she had practiced in the garden with me up and down the path. I don't care how many times you go up and down that path. You're not leaving this back gate until I'm happy. Until I'm happy, you can do them right. You know, that's what you should do. You don't just send them out the gate so they can bloody fall over, idiot. So I said, "What do you take me for?" Yeah, I'm going to do that and not look after her. God, dear. So yeah. So I got my son's got dent. I'm going to have to go about 20 minutes. My son's got dentist. We have to. I ain't got a car. You see, we have to walk to the dentist. See, feel sorry for my car. I want a car. I really want a car. I really do. I miss driving. I love driving.
Me too.
Yeah. Because I could do a delivery. I could easily do a delivery job, you know, and have them in the car, whatever, you know.
No, all you'd have to do,
But who knows?
all you'd have to do, Maria, like just get you a car that's gonna last you a couple months, and you'll make
Right.
enough money to get it even a better car. That's no
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah. Definitely. I was got. I get. I do. I get upset with my cars. I know I can't fix my car. I'm like, oh, you let out because it would have cost to repair the car would have cost more than what I paid for it. And I'm thinking, nope, I've already put money into that car. You know, because you put a lot of money into a car and then they let you down the car.
Yeah, that's why it's majorly important to keep the upkeep on them. You know.
I try. It's hard. I try. I know how to. I know how to do oil, and I know how to do the basics.
Well, you know what? With all the technology that's out there today, and
Mm.
all the shit that you can learn from, like I did the front and rear brakes on my car. I did the tie rods on my car. I changed the fuel pump on my car, all by watching YouTube videos.
Oh, I love YouTube videos. They're great. Because my daughter learned how to tie her laces up on YouTube. Because I'm left-handed, they can learn from me. You know, I just feel extreme, innit? I couldn't teach them. You know, you can't do anything, Mum. You're left-handed. I would just go away then. Don't even
Right?
talk to me then.
I'm left-handed
God.
also.
Yeah. Do you feel that you were wronged all your life trying to make you use your right hand in that school? They always made me use my right hand for bloody sports and that. Yeah. My mum said she used to try and get me to hold the bottle in my right hand quite a lot. She said, but you would always go back to the left hand. I said, did that tell you anything, Mum? Do you know? Obviously, I'm left-handed. Yeah, we're rare, you know. Yeah, rare.
Yeah, a bit
Only
rare.
about what 10-15% of the population, I think. It's very rare.
I
I didn't know
appreciate
many,
everyone. So
many.
thank you.
Yeah, but it's many, many, many. I remember speaking on here before about that, and who was? They said, "What was it in India? If what was it? If you said something, they slap you around the face. What was it? Oh my
Um,
god, do you remember? What,
yeah. They slap you in the face.
what was it?
My mom was talking about it
What was it? What was the? But what was the reason?
because they thought like it was just wrong. If you were left-handed, they wanted to
That's
correct.
right.
If you were left-handed,
Yes.
they wanted to correct you, and they would punish you for being left-handed. Anytime you
Yeah.
go to use your left hand,
In the old days, they would tie your left hand behind your back at school. Luckily, well, not when I was there, and like tried to make you and it was like witchcraft or something.
yeah,
It was like that or something. I thought we had blue
it
blood
was not
myself,
looked.
and we're
Yeah, it was looked at
royalty.
as wrong. It was looked at as wrong for sure.
Yeah. God, it's just terrible. I can't. I write like a child with my right hand. I can
I'm
do the
actually
kids' home. You can do the kids' homework with your opposite hand.
I'm actually teaching myself to be ambidextrous. Crickets.
I didn't hear that. You cut
I'm
out,
actually,
I think.
I'm actually teaching myself how to be ambidextrous.
Oh, are you?
Yep.
Because people get right. I've know I well, right. I tell you something. It's simple as like your drawer where you put your spoons and your forks and your knives. I've noticed right-hand people like to have the knives and the spoons and the forks a certain way in my drawer. I've had to shout at all. I said, right, no one is to touch my cutlery in my drawer. It's how I put it in there. Do not swap it around. I can have my eyes shut and put my cutlery away. Right. And like, because it's just, and the way you lay a table, I lay it the opposite way, the knife and fork.
Rightly so.
So
You're
I can
left-handed.
imagine me in a restaurant. I was a waitress,
You be
right?
fucking people up all the time.
They were going behind me correcting all the knives and forks.
You'd get fired. You get fired.
I thought it's funny. What are you doing? This isn't the right way, but it is to me. So you're
They need
trying
to
to
get,
teach me something that I'm not used to. What are
they
you
need to
trying to
get you
do? Well,
left-handed tables. They need to get you left-handed tables is what they need to do.
you can get left. I've got left. Scissors are the worst.
Or
I
left-handed.
can't.
My buddy said left-handed fork.
There is many left-handed shops online, right? And I've got left-handed scissors, and I've got a left-handed pen that has a curve, and it's very comfortable. Yeah, like because scissors are a night. I don't think you realise that what I went through at school when I couldn't cut with the scissors because the blade wasn't the right way from my hand. Just and like
Never even thought about that.
I have never looked so embarrassed trying to cut paper with scissors and I can't cut the paper. It bent. Yeah, that's like, well, and they all look at me and I'm going, well, I didn't understand about the left-handed thing then. Obviously I was a child.
And like all your writing, like if you're writing the paper and shit, like your shit's gonna be all smudged up because you're left-handed because you got to drag your hand
Yeah,
across
you
the
can't
fucking
see
writing.
what you write.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Like, yeah, and that's why I can be all over the place with my writing. I need a lined paper. If I don't, oh my god, I can imagine myself without a lined paper. It would be up, down, up, down.
And then factor in your ADHD, you're screwed, girl.
I know, isn't it? I have no chance. No chance.
No chance.
I'm cool. I'm good though because I'm happy.
Well, maybe that's why they tried to make people insist on going right-handed.
Yeah, well, yeah. I do feel the schools could have, helped me a bit more on the sports side because obviously no one wanted me on their team. I couldn't hit a bloody ball with my right
I picked you
hand.
for my team. I picked you for my team.
Well, yeah, you would. No one else would.
I already did. I already picked you for my team. So there you go.
Oh, well, yeah. So, yeah, see, come an adult and I'm part of a team, see?
Boss number 4. Boss number 4, right there.
Boss.
Boss
Mind
number
you,
4.
I did like javelin.
That shit
And
seemed dangerous to me.
But I think where I was taught to do everything with because my dad would call me cack-handed. He said, you can't do nothing right. And I'm thinking, oh my God.
Say, no shit, I can't do nothing right. I'm left fucking handed.
I know. And like he said, why do you have to do everything backwards? How am I backwards?
Why do you have to do everything backwards?
I know. I look at some people thought, is that the easiest way to do it? I would have just done that.
It's called goofy. Yeah, goofy.
I'm heavy-handed as well, though. I'm not very good with child lock stuff. I get the ump with it.
Oh, me too. Like I got hammer fist.
Yeah, the capsules, right, that you put in the washing machine, right? Now you have to push you have to push 2 things in and then push the middle latch. How? I just rip it off. I rip the lid off. So no one has to worry then. You don't have to worry about Ben said, what are you doing? I said, well, I can't get into it that way. He said, well, what's up with you? He said, what, left-handed really makes that much a difference? I said, I would just shush if I was you. God, obviously it does. I
Obviously,
can't
it does make a fucking difference.
use a vegetable peeler. Have you ever tried to use a potato peelers? Are designed for right-hand people.
Yeah.
Everything is designed for right-hand people in this world, unless you get the crazy. Then someone will come along, think, "Oh, look," and it's probably a left-handed.
Look at you and your
Made
fucking
it.
goofy ass motherfucking
Yes,
hand.
I can get Lego the wrong way round. I build back to front on Lego. How do you work that one out?
In like most guns, most guns like rifles
I
and
lose
shit, they're made
concentration.
for people.
Oh,
Most guns, most rifles are made for right-handed people. What's up, General Sorrow? How are you, sir? General Sorrow, man, that's a sad name. Almost as sad as Get Just a Nobody.
General Sorrow. Ah,
Yeah, almost a Get to Know, but you know.
General Delight. Delightful General. So I'm just making the words up now. Oh.
Your nose running, Maria?
Yeah, I'm out in the shed,
You,
but I don't
oh,
put
is
the
it
heater on
cold?
because it's really noisy, this heater, and I'm all right. I've got layers on. I'm all right. It's just it's just hitting my nose a little bit. But I've
My
got
buddy
a
wants to know
jacket
if you're
coming for
blonde.
Christmas.
My buddy said, "Are you blonde?"
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you.
that's me.
So,
That's
well, there
me.
is that. Well, we won't judge you.
You know what you call a blonde with a red nose?
You know what you call a blonde with a ruddy nose?
What's that?
Full.
Huh?
No, not what.
Full.
No.
Full.
A what?
Full.
Fool?
Like as in the full belly, like I've ate enough.
What, FULL?
Yeah. Yeah. Cause you won't get toilet paper and wipe your nose, you just keep swallowing it.
No, I don't swallow my no.
Oh, you're a spitter. Oh.
That's bad. Don't don't.
Secrets are coming out today.
It's better out than in.
Yeah, well, that's my motto. I live by that motto. It's always better out than in.
My motto. I
What's
tell
that?
the children, because when they feel sick, it's better out than in. They don't appreciate it, but it's true. If you've got a wobbly tooth, it's better out than in.
It's
You need to get it
true than
out.
fucking.
You're gonna once the
It's
pain will
truer than
go as soon
fucking
as that
salt.
tooth comes out. The pain will go, but it has to be ready to pull out. You can't just pull it out. It needs to be ready. And I know
Yep.
when that tooth ready, not but they didn't like me doing it, and I loved doing it. I was very gentile. It was literally hanging, but it hurts because it hurts still.
Well, why'd you fucking try to take it out early? You should have waited until
So
it was
yeah, I
completely good
just said
time.
that's the best thing to do. Pull it out, but when it's ready.
Not before.
I know.
What's up, Joe?
I will. If they will say, "Can you look at my tooth?" Right, and I give it a little wobbly. No, that's nowhere near ready to come out. I know when it's ready. Mums know.
Yep,
Mums
they do.
know.
Well, at least they act like they do.
Well, that me and Dad knows me. I know many things as a mum. We got special powers, mums. Yeah, special powers.
Yep, they do.
Dad's has special powers as well, I should imagine.
Special powers, pal.
Maybe. Oh,
I know what you mean. Trust me, I know what you mean.
yeah.
I get it.
Oh. I got to walk out. I got to walk to the dentist in this cold. I'm going to nick someone's jacket. I can't wait to get a jacket. I'm getting a jacket for Christmas, so I'm going to be really cozy out here. I'm going to have my gloves on, the heater
You
because I
think
got
you're going to get a jacket for Christmas?
no, I am because like my son said, "What do I want for?" Well, I'm getting another toaster because my one's on its way out, and I said, "Oh, I'd love a jacket." So he said, "Well, send me what you want on Amazon," and like, so yeah, I sent him a jacket. He said, "He'd get me it." He's ever so good, my eldest.
Yeah, he probably just told you that because he just wants you to get off his ass about getting him a jacket.
Yeah.
Getting a jacket.
Stop wearing everyone's jackets. They're not yours,
So
Mum.
he's gonna be like, yeah, I just told you I was gonna get you a jacket. That way I didn't have to tell you, I didn't have to listen to you telling me you wanted a jacket every day. So I didn't really get you a jacket. Here's a card and a $5 gift card to wherever you guys got there in the UK. That's okay to go eat or some stuff. And be like, I love you, Mom. And she's gonna be like, where's my fucking jacket?
I wear my daughter's jacket. Oh my God. Look at me. Look at me wearing my daughter's jacket. We're the same size.
That's rude.
But she's taller than me. Can you believe my daughter's taller than me? It's honest to God.
Well, just about everybody's taller than me, so
Well, then it's only my eldest and me that are the same height. My second eldest is much taller than me, and my youngest is going to be. He's only 13, and he's like nearly up to where my eyes are. So yeah.
well, I guess for us to even speculate where your eyes are, we'd have to see kind of relatively how tall you really are.
Well, I'm 5'6".
Oh, so you're the same height as me, so we can actually see eye to eye.
Yeah, see, like my son, my eldest son, but everyone else is getting taller than me.
Yeah, well, I actually like I've been this height since like 7th grade.
Yeah, I like my height. I mean, I'm quite,
You're a
it's
girl.
when my daughter got taller though. I thought, all right, you're going to be taller than me.
What, pal?
Go, isn't it? All right, pal. Slow down in your growth. When it was my eldest two, right, they stayed the same size constantly. So everything my eldest had fitted my second eldest. And like I would get all their summer stuff in one go and then all their winter stuff in one go. And it lasted ages because they were just the same size throughout. I thought, bonus. I've got a bargain here. These are all over the place. They're like tall and slender and God, they're all different sizes. It's crazy. Mind you, not me and my daughter the same size now though, but I think it's quite good. I like wearing a jacket, but I do need my own.
Well, you better ask your son for one
I
now.
better get a jacket.
Christmas
I
is coming
think
right
he
around the
will.
corner.
He's really good. I know he puts a lot. He does put thought into it. He's quite good. He is good. He is. You know, second eldest. I'm lucky to get anything. I'm lucky to get a card from the second eldest. It's totally different. You can tell the difference. You know that each child has their own personality, don't they, and individuality. You know,
Yeah,
and like.
you can definitely tell which kid is the favorite kid at Christmas time.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and
Absolutely.
which parent is a favorite parent. You're like, you can definitely tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I like.
last year my daughter got me a pair of sunglasses from the dollar store,
All
and
right.
and two Bahama Mamas. I was like, this works. That's a sausage.
See,
It's a
that's
pickled
not.
sausage. Yeah.
It's nice to get. Well, it's nice to. I mean, I'm quite sentimental. I like things with mum on and that. You know, I just like those sort of things. But my eldest is really thoughtful. He's got me. He's just more. He's the more thoughtful one, shall I say?
Mm.
But
So he's your
Daniel's
favorite.
just in a different world.
He's your
Pardon?
favorite. Then.
I have no favourites. My mum had a favourite. I can't believe my mum told me she had a favourite She had a
So says
favorite. I was gutted.
so says every mom in the history of moms. I don't have a favorite, but we all know moms have got a favorite.
God, I've got
Like
four children.
I know I'm my mom's favorite. You know how I
Well,
know that?
Charlene's my only daughter, so you
Well,
know.
she's your favorite daughter.
Well, obviously, Charlene, I think you treat the girls differently to boys.
Yeah.
You know, because mind you, they do give me a hug. They still give me a hug and that. You know, so.
Oh well, that's nice. My kids don't anymore.
They are really good. They talk. They do. You know, my second eldest is talking to me a lot more, which is good because he was the one I was most worried about with the split up, because he took it. He took a lot. It was my fault. He blamed me for a lot, which was really hard. Because I felt like I hadn't protected them enough. Nothing. I mean, nothing happened with with them two, but it was like, I think it was the uncertainty of how it was in the house. So I worried about him the most. But I think he's sort of, he's going to boxing now. He's doing jobs, and then he's just come back from Germany, but he didn't like it out there. He said it's grey and square.
Mm.
And they're all over 6 foot tall, and then there's no manners, and they all jump the queue, and they're all rude. And there you go. So I said, well, remind me not to go to Germany then. It wouldn't be my place I want to go to anyway, but he went to see a gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only 4 days.
How long was he there?
Just 4 days, luckily. But he got 2 gigs in. I've never heard of the gig. I never heard of them. He said, Mum, you won't even know they're like from Switzerland, this group, whatever you want to call them. So I don't know.
In a band?
Yeah, they're called Drain Gang. Drain Gang.
Oh, I think it's like Drano. That would have been cool.
And then Blade, but with a double E at the end. So, which is weird. I don't know.
Oh, double E at the end, so it's like bat but twat. I got it.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I think he just got put off with all the people pushing in. And he said, I opened the door for 6 Germans, and he said not one said thank you to me. Oh, well, I said, well, I used to get that at work. I used to hold the door open for the bosses. None of them would say thank you. Do you know that? And because I never worked for that company, and I would go, it's all right, don't worry. It's all right, you're okay. God, manners are free.
Yeah. They don't cost shit, but could cost you everything.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Or does her son speak German?
Oh, goodness me. I still got to finish this yet.
Does your son speak German?
No.
They could have been saying thank you then.
I'm sure. Would you know it? Mind you, if they didn't speak, then they didn't say anything.
Then you'd really be thinking what they're up to.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with someone over 6 foot though.
I would.
Not if they're all 6 foot over 6 foot.
Oh,
He said, Mum, they're all over 6 foot. I went, I wonder if it's exaggeration. I don't know.
No, Germans are pretty tall. Do you know what you call a pissed off German?
No.
A sauerkraut.
A sauerkraut. All I know is Schweinhund. My dad would always say it.
You can't say that on this channel, Maria.
What?
You know what that means?
What?
What you just said. You know what that means?
Pig dog.
Oh, I didn't know what it meant, so that's what I was wondering.
Ah. Do do do
Do.
do. I knew what it meant.
Yeah, you know.
It
What's
was
up,
aimed at the police. Shall I say that? It was aimed at the police for my dad. Told you he was a thug and he called them swine hunts. The police
Yeah.
would knock the door every weekend, right, asking for my dad's inhaler because obviously when he's in their cell, he's obviously dying. He needs his inhaler. So yeah, they knock the door every weekend. He needs his inhaler. I thought, wow, wouldn't get that now.
Yeah.
Knock on your door for an inhaler. That's when the doctors used to come out to the house and you just ring up their home.
Fucking suck
You
air,
don't get
Dad.
that.
You're saying suck air, Dad, you know? Like, you know.
He's lethal, my dad's. He's lethal. He's dangerous. He needs to just like, whatever. He's best friends with my husband though.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
Guess what? I'd beat him up for you.
Yeah.
I don't even
That's a
give a
good
fuck how
idea.
old he is. I don't even care how old he is. I'll beat him up for you.
Yeah, innit? Dusham. Bish bash bosh.
Fucking boom pow biff. Pow.
Kapow.
Pow. Pow pow.
Reminds me of Batman. And I was seeing Batman with the when it goes kapow in a speech bubble.
Yep. Boom pow biff whack.
As you're hitting them.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go. I've got to get ready for the dentist. Got dentist
Okay,
soon.
I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go to work.
All right. Thank you. Nice
You're
to
welcome.
meet you.
Okay.
Was it ATS? So I'm really blind. I got to make my point. I can make an appointment with the Specsavers now for glasses. I can actually get clear glasses, so I don't have to sit in the shed in my sunglasses like a spy. Because that's what I feel like.
Well, maybe you are.
I'm going to take a picture and show you my sunglasses.
maybe, yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe you are a spy and you don't even know it.
Oh yeah, undercover. I just don't know who I'm undercover for. Yeah, absolutely makes sense. That's my life. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Sending you all hugs. All right, bye.
All right, all things serious. I'm gonna get on out of here. I gotta get to work.
Yeah, me too.
So
I'm waiting for my packages to arrive so I can get my studio finished.
Oh, you haven't got your package yet?
So, it should be in today.
I got mine at birth.
So. All right, brother. Good talking to you.
You too, bro. Be good, man.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all for being here. I really do. I appreciate you guys' time and all that. And 2 favors. Do me 1 or 2 favors. Number 1, try to love one another right now, because, might not get a chance to do so tomorrow. In fact, there's somebody we know today that won't be here tomorrow to do that. So might as well take advantage of it when we got the opportunity to do so. And be nice. Just be nice. That's all I got to do is just be nice. And number 3, tell your friends about me, because you're going to want to know and get to know. Laters!